Right, Adia, hurry up. Right, question said, the question said given that the way to show, right? So what do you start with? Anybody? What do you start this question with? Expanding? No. So like the first thing that you're going to write. The first thing that you are going to write is this. They want you to show that that is equal to this by using this. So in your question, the first thing you should write is this here. 3 log a plus b on 2. And you want to prove that that is equal to the right hand side. Okay? So I'm going to start right here. Start there and see if you can get up. You have 3.5 minutes.
Right, the one right? Makes sense. Now, let's see. You want to do much? You good?
You all done? So what's the first thing you will do after you write that? After you write 3 log a plus b. That's what we're starting, right? What's the first thing you will do? Carry across the 3, that's something good. A plus b on 2 all cube. And now what are you gonna do? Cube that out. Fire cube. Fire cube something. Keshav. Fire cube something. Fire find a plus b cube. What you will do? You will square it first and then multiply it by 8. Right? Square it and then multiply. Right? No,
so. I suppose you think you're
I can take it off. I can take out the question and put in shut. Anybody get? Anybody get? So you have to expand this out here, right? I'm giving you some time. Expand it out and you'll see what will happen. I want to give you. Right, let's see if I can write it right here, right? Are you done? Last 2 minutes and then I will sit out. 2 minutes again, I will finish it out. Are you ready? Want to get? Anybody get? Yeah, one. You get two. Anybody online get? Right, I will try to write it right here so that we can see it, right? So let me start up here. So first thing first, as we said, we have to write 3 log a plus b over 2. Right? Then you bring the 3 in front and you'll get a plus b on 2 cubed. Right? Which is the same as what? Which is the same as a plus b cubed all over 8. That's okay, because I cube it top and bottom. Now, how do I expand a plus b cubed? Right? There is a shortcut. I'm going to show you the shortcut. But only works if it's cubed, right? So the shortcut looks like this here. Shortcut is this. You write a and b 4 times. Right? Write a and b 4 times. And the numbers that will go in front are the numbers 1, 3, 3, 1. Right? It's something called Pascal triangle. You will learn that later on. Right? But for now, for cube, remember 1, 3, 1. Sorry, 1, 3, 3, 1. And then next step is this. Take the highest power, which is cube, and start with a cube and then decrease the power. A squared, a1, a0. You see that? And then with b, start with 0 and increase 1, 2, 3. So that's the answer. That's the expansion. So your final expansion should have been a cube plus 3a squared b. I'm going board, right? Okay. Right, give me 1 second, I'm going board. Right. So I was saying that to get cube, it will be AB, you're writing it 4 times. And you put in 1, 3, 3, 1. For the power of A, you're starting at 3 and you're decreasing 2, 1, 0. For the power of B, you're starting the other way around. Start at 0 and increase until you reach 3. So your final answer will be A cube plus 3A squared B plus 3AB squared plus 1B cube. And that's it. That's how you cube it out. All right? You all might recognize this. You all might recognize that A cube, B cube, and 3A squared B is equal to what? Right. A cube, B cube, plus 3A squared B is equal to 5AB squared. So now I can take this off. I can take this off and I will end up with, so I'll end up with 5AB squared plus 3AB squared. That'll give me what? You recognize that, Joseph? So this long thing here just becomes this. Come on. So now I can write log of 8AB squared all over 8. What how many 8s? 8 will cancel. So I'll get log AB squared, which is log A plus log B squared. All right? And the final answer is what? 2 in front, right? Final answer is log A plus 2 log. That's okay? This same thing came in law and we're going to do it 1 time. Same principle, yeah? How harder?
Yeah.
Question gave it up. The question said given this.
Oh, yeah.
All right?
So
Say what on and on.
So you find so it's something something else. So you can see that paper. Say something about something. So this about patience listen. So if I know you back in the but they will what? See, I know my back in the
Hey, go back in so you can have people like me. Oh, anybody doing pure with us? School yeah? Who doing pure private? Somebody doing. Come already. Anybody else doing pure with us? Any get ready for my coming up trouble. I take off this. I take off this and this and I write 5AB squared. So I end up with 5AB squared plus 3AB squared. Yeah, the question give it that. You can cross line the next side.
That's right. Did you read the questions? I just read these. I listened to music in class.
Right. So remember I told you last week the same rules that you use in log, like to expand or to use the power rule, you can use with log. So the one I given you is the same thing, right? It's just instead of log, it have log, right? This one is 2017. Try that there. Yeah. Any come back and said, Adam. Any come, right? Right, this one here, anybody see a little trick that we had to do first? Yeah, we had to multiply by 2. So it'll look like this. Right? So we should multiply by 2. Right? We should multiply by 2. So now with the 2 on the left side, it becomes a little bit easier. Right? This is 2 brackets, so 2 equal signs, so it's legal. If it were 3 equal signs, it can't do that. Right? 3 equal signs is equivalent, they cancel. Right? So scratch off this and put 2 in front. Prove it now. Should get 5 lines or less. And we
I got email like more daily, especially.
Anybody get you? Anybody get? No?
I get it.
Ah, good. You have it? Okay, nice. Something nice.
This is easy to go to. And then like it's exposed on something. So yeah. What do you think? I'm still very good to say. I can't give all
Good. Anybody get it online?
Yeah, that's it. I would say
You all done? Wanna get you? Right, so we'll end up with we'll end up with 2 ln a plus b on 4, which is equal to ln a plus b on 4 all squared. And you'll end up with ln a squared plus b squared plus 2ab all over 4. And then we can replace this with this. Why did I square the equal is? Right, that's all one, then why not working out?
What?
So you'll end up with ln 14ab plus
2ab
all over 16. 16 will cancel off. You'll get ln ab, which is ln a plus ln b. All right, nice. Okay with that?
That's it.
Right, but one of the main things I want to understand here is that where you start with question said to show, left equal to right. So it means that you're starting with here. That's okay? Don't try and start here. Anytime you're doing a proof, you start with left hand side. And then you use what is given to help you prove it. Okay? Right, try one more ln for me, please. One second.
My phone can like Please.
Right, solve this, please. Yeah. Yeah, you did. Pass them all over. Solve that, please. Solve that, please. Ln is what again, Olia? Ln is what? Log to the base e, right? Try that quickly. Same thing as doing with log is the same thing as doing with log, right? Nothing changed.
There's a question.
You can work it out if you want. Right? How we doing this earlier? So ln is really what? Ln is really log to the base e, right? The reason I'm doing it like this is for you to see the next step, right? So I just wrote it back like this for now. But when we reach here, what we normally do? Convert, right? So we'll end up with e, bring across 2 is equal to 3x minus 4. That's okay? And then we can make x sub because the formula from here. So we will end up with 3x is equal to e squared plus 4. And then x is equal to e squared plus 4 all over 3. Right? And you can put it in the calculator. What do you get?
Yes, I can.
I wouldn't get. No, I'm moving across the 4 and I'm working 3. Yeah, I just took everything around. Took everything around. 2 lines means modulus. We'll be doing that next 2 weeks. Modulus means that this can never be negative. Right? If you remember your graph, your ln graph can never be negative. So that's why it's put a modulus sign there. What was this? November. November. What is this? 3.8? 3.8. So if you see ln, otherwise to be confused, right? Same rules as logs. Try this, please. Try this ln. You're done? So what we're building up to is some worded problems now. So I'm gonna give you some exponential questions, but they're worded. Oh, look at it. It will not be equal this way. Equal to what? last time. Finish. So you have ln addition sign, so we're going to multiply x plus 4 multiply by x minus 1. Is equal to ln 10. We have ln on both sides, so we can drop the ln. We can expand out here. You'll get x squared plus 3x minus 410. Move it across, you'll get x squared plus 3x minus 14 is 0. What is that?
2.5 minus 5.
2 point. Right. So I write in minus, right? Because the minus is minus 5.1. Right? This is not accepted, right? Because that will make these values negative. Everybody okay with that? Sometimes these questions come in words, but not these specifically, but the exponent. Copy it down. Ready? Write this down. Right, subheading, worded problems, right? Subheading, worded problems, right? The population P of a town, the population P of a town after T years is modeled by the population P of a town after T years is modeled by P of T is equal to 8,000 e to the minus 0.04 t. Sorry, positive. 8,000 e 0.04 t. First up, part one. Part one. What is the original population? What is the original population of the town? Part two. When will the population of the town reach 16,000? Part two. When will the population of the town reach 16,000? Right, title two parts. Right? Chloe, what do you think? This is the model here, right? What happens at the original for the original population? What do we know? How do we get the original population? T is what? T is 0, right? When T is 0, we have the original value. To part 1, you have to figure out what is P of 0, right? When T is 0. And then part 2, they give you a value to P it, and then you have to find for T. Should be done in part 1. What you all got? Part 1 will be 8,000 by e to the 0.04 by 0. Anything to the power of 0 is 1. So we end up with 8,000 people, right? People. Try part 2. Huh? Did you get you? Right? How we doing part 2 there? What I got you? Yeah, clear we say it. So P was what? 16,000. So P is 16,000 is equal to 8,000 by E to the 0.04. Right? What the question really asking us to find, Alyssa? What they really asking us to find there? Find the team. Right? What would you do? Right? Divide by 8,000. So you will get 16,000 divided by 8,000 is this. This value 2, right? What do I do when I reach here? Okay, so when I reach here, what to do? I want to solve for T. Take ln. Ln, right? So take ln here and take ln here. So you will get ln 2 is equal to 0.04 T ln E. That's okay? Ln E is 1. So T is equal to ln 2 over. How many years is that? 17.3 here. Right, one more. Right, so it don't really come much harder than that, right? In module 1. Let's come in module 3 as well. No, you know, hey, he not in this one. Try this, please. Last one.
Yeah. But it's free, but we're not thinking. And we're here, why did you not?
This is 2012, right? 2012.
Right.
Well done. So they gave you an equation here, right? They gave you an equation to model the roots. That's 5 to the power T, right? And then, well, first part should be easy. Oh, you try the second part.
Essentially, it's important for many to go straight to so you can get.
Hurry up. Right? After this, we have to do functions. Vowels. Yeah, the first one. So part one should be easy. T is 0. Right? So that will be n is equal to 300 plus 5 to the power 0, which is 301. Are you okay with that? Yeah? So we say yes, so we're good. Part 2 is what? Part 2 is triple. Triple in the original number. So triple means 3 by 301. Right? By 300 plus 5 to the t. So that will be 903 minus 300 is 5 to the t. When you reach there, you can take log, you can take log, it don't matter. Right? No really matter. So you'll end up with what? 603. And take log on both sides. So I got t to be log 603 over log 5. How much is that? Log 603 and log 5. 3 point. So approximately 4 years, right? Always give them the exact value and then approximate it, right? So 3.97 and approximately 4 years. Okay? Right. Because I want to do functions next week, I want you to there's a function that new that I want you to know about. Same thing that we are asking here. What is modulus? All right. So I want to explain what is modulus today. Okay. So head up modulus of a function. All we have to do again in this module is functions and cubic equations. Yeah. Anybody have any term example? And that's it. Which module? 3. Huh? 3. Hello? Start at 1 and 3. So for the one that come and revise 1 to 3 a day, we could do something. Before exams. It is just best to do Steve. But yeah, what that explains how to get but we can also do it like when exams start on days in between. Yeah, 3 days or Steve. Copy now. And have modulus of a function. All right. So there is a special function called modulus. This is very short, right? There's a special function called modulus, right? If I were to give you a function looking like this, modulus does not want this part underneath here. Right? So what the modulus does, it takes the negative part of your graph and it reflects it. And it reflects it here. So the negative part becomes positive, right? The negative part becomes positive. How do we achieve that? Well, if I were to give you -2, what you'll do? What you will do is, right, for you to get +2, what you do is you say, okay, well, here's what? You can either square it and turn it positive, or instead of using the -2, you put -2 and negative in front of it. What will happen? It becomes positive. So here's what you're doing. Whenever x is more than 0, we are okay. So if this value is 5, that's okay, right? You want positive values. So whenever x is more than 0, we leave it as x. But whenever x is less than 0, we use negative x. So if you have -4, negative becomes positive. So the modulus of any function basically operates like this. Whenever this value is more than 0, it stays as it is. Whenever this value is negative, right? What they do is they assume they put a negative sign in front. That's okay? That will make sure that it's always negative. Sorry, positive. So for example, if I say to solve something like this, 2x minus 1 is equal to 3. If I said solve something like that, there are two options. Square both sides, or we could use this rule here. I don't really like to square both sides because it don't work all the time, right? But here we could do. We could say, well, here's what. Can I consider when x is more than 0? When x is more than 0, I can leave it like this and solve it easily. 2x is 4, x is 2. And then, what about if x is less than 0? Then, what I will do is in front of the 2x minus 1, put a minus sign. That's okay? And solve it, right? Carry it across, you'll get 2x minus 1 is -3. 2x is -2, x is minus. Those are my two solutions. Something like this. Right? But I'll show you the next one as well, although I don't use it. We could also square both sides. Square both sides. So you'll use 4x squared. This will be 4x squared minus 4x plus 1 is 9. 4x squared minus 4x minus 8 is 0. If you go to calculator, hopefully you get 2 and minus. Right? Either method could work. Square both sides, work it out. Right? Or work it with a positive and work it with a negative. You okay with that? That's all. Try one from around. Try that now. Oh no. Try this fast now. Now, and you done? We shall stay talking plenty on this too, right? If it's an inequality, you're solving in the same way, right? The math. Actually, we should do an inequality just to remind what to do. I'll do one after. Oh, because I move across the minus. So it's two options. You can multiply it out and you'll get minus 2x plus 1. Right? You'll get the same thing, you know. Minus 2x plus 1 is 3. Move it across, you'll get 2. And then move across, minus. Same thing, right? I just move across the minus and one time. Let's try number 2 and number 3. And 2 and 3 and that's right. So we're almost done. So as I said, we could do this twice when x is more than 0. right? You will get 4x is 11. X is 11 and 4. That's okay? And then when x is less than 0, you will get 5x minus 6 is x plus 5. You can multiply that out if you want. Right? I got minus 6x to be 12. I got x to be minus 2. No?
Minus X plus 5.
Oh, here. Okay, sorry. Plus. So that be 0.
So X plus 5. X plus 6.
Thanks. So that will be 6. So you have one as the answer. All right. 1 and 6. I'm hungry.
Yeah.
1 and 6. Right? This one here, right? What we doing here? Same principle, right? Here's an example where you don't want to square both sides. Here, if you want, you can square both sides and work it out. Here's an example of, you gotta follow the rule, right? So when x is more than 0, you'll get x squared minus x minus 12 is 0. Up. So x is 4 and 3. I got 4 and minus 3. Yeah? When x is less than 0 now, change the sign because it becomes positive. Are you okay with that? It's positive because this now becomes minus x. So it's really minus and minus to give you a plus, right? So it will be x plus 4, x minus 3. So your answers are minus 4 and 3. That's okay? So that's the way you handle modulus. Next day, we're going to do the graphs behind these things. So we're going to do functions next week. The first thing we do is sketching graphs. So that's what it's doing. That's functions. There are functions in module 1, 2, and there are alpha beta. There are alpha beta gamma. And that's it. So some people are